Hello everybody! TUMF, also known as the Ultimate Mario Fan here, and today we're gonna take a look at my game collection. So, this might be a little different from others that you've seen in that I hope the goal of this collection is maybe to help you find something you want to play. It's definitely less about me showing off. I do own all the Mario games though, all of them. You might not see all of the ones like the PC or Mario No Sweat or some of the rare ones I've put away. But I do own all of them. If you see any missing, let me know. There will be some missing when you're watching this if Mario games, the new ones, have been released since then. But I also have over 2,000 physical games, so it's a lot to get through. So we'll just do a quick overview of them, and hopefully you'll find something maybe you'd like. Okay, let's get started. So we're going to start with the GameCube here. We have, I have the Mario games sorted. I don't have everything else sorted, but we can see we have the Mario games, other games as well, and the freeloader for playing imports. Have Eternal Darkness as well, good game. All of these. The Mario games are excellent. My favorite GameCube game is Mario Sunshine by far, but I love all the Mario games most of all. So, yeah, what can I say? I mean, here's some at the top. We also have a few collector's things here. Those are Switch games. And those are a few PS4 games. We'll get to those later. PS2 game. This is a pretty rare game actually. This is a PC game. It's one PC game I have. It's a Taiwanese PC game. The Seventh Seal. Very, very rare, very obscure. I got it because I like Yasunori Matsuda as well. Alright, here we go. More Mario. Mario Galaxy, Super Mario. Oh, Wii was a great generation. I still play it frequently. We got the Wii games. Feel free to pause the video if you'd like to see some of these. This is definitely, these are all games that I like to play, so I don't care so much for displaying as much as playing. Okay, we got the Wii U. Great system. I wish that more people gave it a chance, because they then made many of the best Wii games Switch games, and then it was kind of like, okay, like the Wii U is a great system. So we got these. Minecraft is technically also a Mario game. It's got DLC there. Some of these. And then the Switch games are a little annoying because you can't really, they don't have graphics on them. I never really like that, but they do all display kind of nicely. I have a little gap here for when Mario Strikers Battle League arrives. There was a mess up on my pre-order. They gave me the PAL version when I ordered the American one, so that'll be coming soon. And then we'll also get Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope soon, and whatever the next Mario game will be will also be here. So that's just Switch games. Some more Switch games. Got lots of downloads as well. I probably have over 1,000 downloads on the Wii, DSiWare, WiiWare. Lots of downloads. It's a little hard to get to play some of those. And we also have some imports here as well. Some collector's items. Yeah, I feel like compared to past systems, the Switch isn't quite as fun just because there's so many like limited this, limited that, and I don't know. So we got the rest of the Switch games here. And maybe I'll do a focus video where I talk about them in particular, but this is just an overview right now. Then we got some Genesis games. Like I said, just bunch of Genesis games. Definitely like Ninja Turtles and Garfield and some classic games. I tend to like typical, like not so typical games. Games that not everybody likes are the games I tend to like, aside from Mario, of course. And we even got an import there. Okay, Sega Saturn. I love my Sega Saturn collection. This is my United States collection. I got this a long time ago, back in early 2010s when it wasn't so hard to get these. Now I can't really recommend it. They're just all too expensive. My favorite is Albert Odyssey though. That's my favorite, and then also the RPGs are great for this system. And then we got the imports. Sega Saturn imports, tons of imports. It's a great system for imports, in fact. It really took off in Japan. I don't have time to pull them all out and show you, but I can certainly do that in another video. And then we got the PS1 games. early on, I used to avoid Sony altogether. I was like, no, Sony's not better. But It's fine. I'm totally cool. Sony's got some great games here. Let's see, will it focus? We got the Final Fantasy, Xenogears, Rhapsody, Shadow Madness, Alundra, Hot Shots, Metal Gear, Fear Effect, Broken Sword, Countdown Vampires, Kodelka is really good. Chrono Cross, of course, Legend of Mana, Gekido, Legend of... Sorry for the reflection here. It's a little hard to see. Beyond the Beyond, Dreads of Fate. Okay, so that is the PS1 games. I also have PS1 classics as well. Then we got the PS2 games. PS2 is such a good system. I mean, it didn't have Mario, so it was lacking in that regard, but it was good in every other way. Alright, some odd games for sure in here, but also some mainstays as well. Yep. And feel free to pause the video at any time. I guess I could talk really quick about PS2. Suganai is a really good game, for instance. Nobody ever talks about that. Xenosaga is great, of course. Pretty much any RPG. Metal Gear, definitely. And then there's a few others, like Graffiti Kingdom is actually pretty good. It's like you can create your own like playable character. Legaia 2 is so good. Yeah, there's a lot of good games. Okay. PS3. This one, the Japanese games I might have to pull out a little. This is X Troopers. Thankfully it's region free, which was super nice. Some Miku game, and this I think is Jump Star. Yeah, J Stars. That's a fun game. Aqua Pause. Okay, and then we got PS4. Yeah, I haven't really gotten into the PS4 yet, but it's good. PS5 as of filming this video, they don't have a ton of great games, but there's great games coming out for sure. Yeah, so that's just some of those. And then I don't think I mentioned it, but I do have the this game, this import on the GameCube. Also, this import gift Pia, and this World Fighters game from Hudson. Okay, let's move on to handhelds. So we got some collector's editions here. That's the Corpse Party Collectors, Hakuoki, Mimana. This I think is also, that's the Corpse Party Blood Drive game. And then this is just some overflow from DS. Great games though, all of these. Super Tyson, the Bonus Arc. This one is like, no one knows about this. It's called Item Getter on the DS. I don't want to make everything fall over, but look up Item Getter DS limited edition. It's like so obscure. I got it for like $5 and now it's like, you can't find it anywhere. It's really weird. Anyway, here's some handheld games. So let's take a look. Let's start with, these are the Mario ones, of course. Let's start. I have them set up like this. Super huge time saver. I see people, they just throw them all in a drawer and it's just like terrible. It's like set them up in these card holders and then you can easily access them, easily just see them. So here are all the Mario handheld games pre-DS. So we got Yoshi. Favorite game for me is Mario Land, definitely, but all the Mario games are great. Yep, these are actually Mario games. Mario does appear in all of these. And I even bought the European Mario and Yoshi just because I love the cover so much better. Super Mario Bros. Deluxe and Game Boy Color was such a good system. Oh, haha. What do you think this is? Mario Family. I have the box somewhere else. I have the box and manual. I have it complete, but I decided to put it here because I do like playing it sometimes, even if it's not really a game, so to speak. Mobile Golf, also great. Yeah, this is probably the rarest Mario game ever. I don't know. It's debatable, but it's close. Then we got the Game Boy Advance games, and I have all the manuals for all of these in a separate box. So every single Mario game I have the manual at least, most of them complete. Yep. All amazing games. Mario's like the Nintendo seal of quality. Like if it's Mario, you know it's at least that awesome. And yeah, I stand by that. Yes, even Hotel Mario, I've played them all. Mario Pinball Land wasn't amazing, but they're all really good. Okay. Now this is non-Mario games. Let focus. I bought Metal Gear back when like nobody knew about it. That's a really good Game Boy. This all great games. Crystal, Wario Land 3, Survival Kids, Kirby. Yep. This is hard to emulate because you need to move around the system. Okay. Samurai Kids, super good. All these are good. So when you just keep, you know, collecting over a long period of time, I bought these when the games weren't so expensive. Now it's just insane. But I buy to play, not to collect, so it's definitely a passion of mine. Especially, like, I started off with Mario, and that's always been #1 for me, but there's other really great games as well, of course. Okay. Let's check out the next one. I love handheld games. So I have a lot of handheld games here. All right. Okay, these are Game Boy. These are actually really good games. I know they're sports games, but like this was developed by Rare, this one. These are all good, I recommend them. And they're cheap, at least for now. Knock on wood. Alright, more great games. In fact, that's why I'm showing this video, because most of these, as far as I'm concerned, they're good. If game's bad, I won't keep it, so who knows, maybe you'll find something you didn't see before. Alright. I can do more in-depth videos talking about each of these, I just don't want the video to be too long. But they're all good, like, oh, Great Greed, Kid Dracula, really good. And there's some imports here. Yeah, I bought Tailgater when like no one knew about it. It's like $7. I was like, this is a good game. Why does no one like it? And like now everyone likes it. Lots of, yep, there we go. And if you have any questions, like, oh, what is that game at that? Just tell me the timestamp and I'll let you know. Since I don't have time to tell the title of every single one. Or someone else might be able to know. So much better than trying to rumble through a drawer, though. Alright. Yeah, definitely some interesting ones like burning paper. I definitely like Game Boy games. I'll just leave it at that. Alright. Oh yeah, and the music for Cool Ball is so good. Just look up Cool Ball music. It's a really good game. Alright, almost done with the Game Boy. Alright, let me I don't want anything to fall, so I'm going to do this. Okay, almost done with the Game Boy. Alright. Try to get through these as quickly as I can without making it so you need to pause all the time, if you'd like to. It's up to you. Yeah, Sunsoft games. Anything by Sunsoft, they're just really good developers. I mean... And here we got the Game Boy Advance games, mainly RPGs. Yeah, my favorite Final Fantasy is Final Fantasy IV. I know everybody likes 7 or 6. Those are great too, don't get me wrong, but Final Fantasy IV, just something about it. It's just really well done. I'm not downplaying the others, I just really like 4. Alright, there we go. Boktai, oh, so good. And those are so expensive now because you can't emulate them. Golden Sun, Sakuraba's music is so good in those. And yeah, oh, Fire Emblem. I always really liked Dozla. Wario. Such good games. Yeah. Let me see. Got the Summon Night Swordcraft games. Riviera, that's a Wonderswan game that was ported over. I do have Wonderswan, we'll get to that in a bit. You'll see I have quite a few systems. Alright. Oh, this is actually a repro. I do have a separate box for repros. I might show that later. I guess I put it in here because it almost got released, Keen. It's like super obscure. I remember seeing it in Nintendo Power, it never came out. But I'll show the repros in a different video because they're not actual games. That's the only repro though so far. These are all officials. Alright. Blender Bros, that's a really good game. Gunstar Heroes. Yeah. Alright. Scourge Hive is also like a Metroid-like game, really good. It seems that I really like the games that like not everybody's always talking about. Okay. And now we're at DS, so I put the Mario games all together. I at least organized those. I guess Wild World's there because there's Mario stuff. Picross DS, you can download content from that. Oh, the DS. What more can I say about it? It's such a good system. It might N64, Game Boy, and DS are maybe tied for my favorite system. It's just, but it's hard to say. They're all so good. Definitely a Nintendo system though. So yeah, Picross 3D, I believe that also has DLC with Mario. Super Mario 64 DS, favorite Mario game on DS. Based on my favorite game, Super Mario 64. New Super Mario Bros. Great game. Mario Party DS, so good. These are all so good. This is the Yakuman games. Yakuman Wi-Fi Taio. This is Itadaki Street. I'll be able to see if I can pull it out. That's Itadaki Street, Dragon Quest, Super Mario. And then we got Super Princess Peach. And now we get to, so that's all the Mario games. All highly recommended. No flops with Mario with the DS games, believe me. Children of Mana, Okami Den, Monster Tale, Nostalgia, just so, okay, I'll stop. These are just all so good. So for these import games, I don't know if you want me to pull them out. This is a music game. I forget what it's called. Nodame Cantabile. It's based off an anime. This also is this is the sequel to Super Robot Tyson Oji Saga, but it only came out in Japan. They made a Rhapsody port as well. And this is oh, Cross Treasures. Yeah, that's good. So this is the infamous Investigations 2 that we never got. Strange Journey, great game. I have some PAL games in here too, not just Japanese imports. I really like the Luminous Art games. Lufia is really good. This one is Shining Force Feather. And this one is Saga 2, Goddess of Destiny. I'm glad Saga's making a comeback. Like, no one ever talked about Saga. That was the Final Fantasy Legend games, which you all might have seen earlier. Flower, Sun, and Rain, really interesting game. Radiant Historia is also great. Suikoden and Tear Christ, oh, so good. 999. Even Sprung, as dumb as that game is, it's actually like somewhat decent. I was super surprised. These are all just great games. I mean, can't recommend the DS enough. Oh yeah, this is Sigma Harmonics by Square Enix. Izuma 11, really great. I don't know why America we never got any of those. I was just like, what? We got like one download from the 3DS eShop, which is about to close. It probably will have been closed by now when you watch this. Okay, that's the second Dame Cantabile. I just got these because I like classical music. I'm not super familiar with the anime. The Chase, it's pretty obscure. Xenosaga 1 and 2. Now we get to imports. What? I must have 2 Shining Force Feathers. Oh, brother. Maybe I'll sell one of these. Okay, Abyss, Tales of Innocence. Anybody who has large collections knows that, like, you think you know where all your games are, and you think maybe you don't have, it's Luminous Arc 3, you don't have the game, but you actually do. Deep Labyrinth is so good. Lost in Blue is great too. Deep Labyrinth though, I wish there was games like that on the DS. It's a full 3D, like, dungeon crawler, and it didn't get super great reviews, but like, who cares? I thought it was really good. That's the Inazuma game. Lux Pain. This Pain's pretty good. It goes on a little long. Sands of Destruction, excellent. Elite Beat Agent, so good. These are all great games. Jump Superstars, and then this is, I think, Jump Ultimate over here. Well, I have Jump Ultimate. This is Blood of Bahamut. Okay. It's like a Shadow of the Colossus, kinda. That's my favorite PS2 game. Shadow of the Colossus, Umihara Kawase. Kaiden, I think? I forget. That was a Club Nintendo exclusive. Phoenix Wright, so good. Love the Phoenix Wright games. Let's see. Oh, this one, Sakura Note, I believe it's. Uematsu helped compose that. Dragon, Seventh Dragon. We never got that one. Image Epic was a great developer, but they went out of business. Avalon Code, Wish's Wish, Golden Sun, Final Fantasy. Phantasy Star Zero is really good. Nobody talks about that game. Soma Bringer, oh my goodness. One of my favorite import on DS and one of my favorite games, period. It is, it's a crime it never got localized. I played it though without even knowing Japanese, which I'm learning. This is Daigasso, the first one. Soulless Robo. This is the sequel to Elite Beat Agents. It's good, not quite as good as the first in my opinion. The Custom Robo Arena is really good, yeah. I mean, these are all good. Trauma Center, Under the Knife. There's another game, Life Signs. Here it is. They also came out with a sequel in Japan for Life Signs. I'm not sure where it is, but I have that too. And yeah, it's a good game. You never hear about it. Alright, now we get to 3DS. 3DS, I remember being so excited when it came out. Super Mario 3D Land, New Super Mario Bros. 3D Land is my favorite 3DS game, definitely. So we got these here. I mean, what more can I say? It's Mario. These are all of them. All the ones on 3DS. I consider a Mario game if like Mario appears in it. And, but, you know, like Yoshi's Island, Luigi's Mansion, he might be like referenced in it. It's like not quite a Mario game, but it kind of is. But for me, it's not just a Super Mario series, because then all the Donkey Kong games are Mario games. No, I mean more, it has Mario in it. But yeah, all great games. Still play my 3DS very frequently. I have all three. I have the Japan, American, and PAL 3DSs with all their content. Samurai Warriors. Steel Diver. I really like the spines for 3DS too. They like did a really good job because they have that little icon there, which so you can kind of just see what it is. Langrissers, great games. Phoenix Wright versus Ace Attorney, that was fun. All great games. Yep. Some imports in here as well. And we got more games here. There's a lot on 3DS. I remember people thought it would like flop. It became so good. It became like the PS2 of that generation. It was just so good. Stella Glow, oh, so good. The music. Monster Hunter, Theater Rhythm, Kid Icarus. These are some of the collector's editions. Fire Emblem too. I really want to get more into that. Okay. Atari Lynx. Recently got into the Lynx. Great system. Hard to find a working system, but it's fun. This one is a repro, Wyvern Tales. But Battlezone 2000 is a really great game. That's one of the reasons I got the system. And there's other good games as well. These are all fun. That's the Wonderswan I have. We'll get into that later. PlayStation Vita. Great system. There was no 3DS, but it didn't deserve the fate that it got, at least in the States. And in Japan, it did a little better. This one, just to pull it out since it's Japanese text. Phantasy Star Nova. It's fun. J-Star's Victory Versus is fun. Luminous Arc Infinity. And yeah, that is the Vita. Okay, so that is all the shelf stuff. Now let's take a look at some of the stuff that is not on the shelves. One of them being the Sony PSP, which is an amazing system. I just didn't have space to put it in the shelf, but let's go over this one really quick. Okay, so I have a fair amount of PSP games, as you can see. Definitely got a lot of the really good ones as far as I'm concerned. Last Ranker, Shimomura composed that. Excellent RPG. Oh, that's a Kenshin game. Definitely a big fan of Rurouni Kenshin. Not a huge fan of most anime, but really like that one. Frontier Gate, White Knight Chronicles. All great games. Alright, this is the third Valkyria Chronicles. We didn't get it. Hammer and Hero. Yeah, lots of great imports on PSP. This is Shining Blade. This is Shining Hearts. This is Dragon 2022 and Dragon 2020, the first one. Those are, I believe, Image Epic games. Yeah, Valkyria Chronicles is great. Staying with the Star Ocean game. Shadow of Destiny is excellent. This is a Falcom game. I think Nayuta no Kuseki, I believe. Anyway, let's take a look at the ones now under these. So pardon that they're not displayed, but they do all fit nicely in here. Like I said, I'm not too concerned about the display. I play more for playing them. Also, one thing, this one's really good too. Monster Kingdom Jewel Summoner. You don't really see that too often. People talking about it. Okay, so let's take a look at what's under here. And I know the PSP has like a huge mod scene. I just never got into it. These are all the games that I'd want to play. And I am at the point now where all the games that I want I already own, which is nice. So I can just, play them. Soul Trigger, great game. Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, excellent. God Eater, I love the God Eater games. I like them more than Monster Hunter for sure. Another kitchen game. Third Birthday. Phantasy Star Portable, excellent. That's Time Travelers. Conception. Kind of goofy game. Okay, Shining Arc as well. Blazing Souls. So I got a fair amount of imports on the PSP. This is Girl Answer, the first one that wasn't localized. I also have Wayfarer of Time, Fantasy Star, Final Fantasy Type 0. Yep. Manichemia. What is this one? Oh yeah, this is another Image Epic game. I forget what it's called, but look at what their works and you'll be able to find it. Kenka Bancho. Some of these I got, just like this one for instance, I got because Yasunori Mitsuda composed it. It's like Tokyo Cherry Boys or something. I don't know if I'll ever play it. It's not my kind of thing. It's an otome, but I do like the music. Samurai Shodown Players in the Sky. Yep, and that is PSP. So maybe you found something you weren't aware of. Anyway, let's move over to, let's actually check out the Wonderswan. Wonderswan is an awesome system. Some of my rarest games are on here. All of my Wonderswan games are complete. Here we go. So Wonderswan. So we got, you might know this game. This game is pretty rare. Dicing Night Period. It's so rare and expensive that it's almost irresponsible to keep owning it, but we'll see. Anyway, that's probably my rarest game. It goes for like a few $1,000s. Blue Wing Blitz. It's also okay. We got, this is Guilty Gear Petite 2, and there's also Guilty Gear Star Hearts, Rainbow Islands, What's Upbeat, Street Dancer, Chaos Gear, Langrisser, Millennium, and Gunpei EX, Romancing Saga. Oh, I forget what this is called. Rakujong. Puzzle game. I will admit I haven't played every single one of these. Buffer's Evolution, yeah, that was fun. This is Magical Drop, I believe. That's Magical Drop. Guilty Gear Petite, the first one. This is a HAL Corporation game. Oh, I forget what it's called. But you look up HAL Corporation's, their Wonderswan game. It's a puzzle game. Ark the Lad. Fun game. Got a Chocobo game here. Gunpei. I love Gunpei Yokoi and anything with his name. It's like, hey, why not? Not sure what this is. It must have come bundled with something because I like collecting complete. Final Fantasy IV for Wonderswan and Final Fantasy the first one. They have their own soundtracks. There's also Final Fantasy II, One Piece, Battle, Swan Coliseum, Swan Coliseum. This is I forget what it's called, but it's about eggs. Just look at some of the early sound programming that Yasunori Mitsuda did, and you'll find it with you. And that is all of the Wonderswan games. I guess the star is definitely Dicing Night period, because that's, yeah, I got that before it was like crazy expensive. And speaking of crazy expensive, you might be aware of this. Speaking of crazy expensive, I have all the N64DD games, minus I think like 2. The sequel to Doshin the Giant and the golf game. So this N64DD is RANNet, and it works. Got all the Mario Artist games, obligatory. Mario Artist, this one, Polygon Studio, I haven't opened. Might as well just leave it sealed. This is the Doshin the Giant. This, I believe, is, that's SimCity 64. And this is F-Zero X expansion. Yeah, I mean, N64DD, I thought it was expensive back when I bought it. It's pretty crazy now. So that's the box it came in. Now let's take a look at, let's take a look at some SNES games. So I'll try to go through these quickly, because just, it's going to be a long video. Alright, so let's take these off. And that's one thing about physical games, is its storage can be pretty tough. I really liked Eek the cat when I was growing up. All right, BioSky. SOS is pretty rare. Uniracers, Mortal Kombat, Kendo Rage. All right, Lawnmower Man. Tin Star, Brain Lord, Toy Story. Let's actually turn this around so we can do a quick pan at the ones that are in here. You might say, where are the Mario games? We'll get to those. They're in another container. Dino City Phalanx, Lion King Rampart. Oh, sorry about that. Right. Power Moves, Moe Mallard, Pilot Wings, Tetris Attack, SWAT Cats. That's probably one of my rarest games, SWAT Cats. Alright. I don't really care about rarity though. I certainly don't buy games for that. Okay, now let's look at the Mario games. So here are, in a Super Famicom case, all of the Mario American games. Mario's Missing, Mario's Early Years, Yoshi's Cookie. Gotta love the Super Nintendo. I mean, what more can I say? Even Mario's Time Machine, they're all great. This one is the Picross NP games. This has the Mario 64. No, actually, this is the that's the Super Mario All-Stars one. Mario 64 is in here, I believe. Yep. Came with 3, so these 3 have the Picross NP. These are all of them. So I have all of the Picross NP on here. Then these are all, it's in Dake 30. That is a Mario game. Well, let's see, there we go. Wrecking Crew 98. Mario and Wario. And that is Mario and, no, sorry, that's Mario Picross. Mario's Picross. Alright. This is Mario Super Picross, sorry. That's this dinosaur game. I forget what it's called, but it has like Yoshi eggs in it. Pretty goofy. And then that's Super Nintendo. Okay. So that's for Super Nintendo. Let's now look at the Nintendo Entertainment System, and we'll start with the Famicom disk system. So, I got, this is Famicom disk system with the Famicom, and they don't put in labels, so we're gonna have to just see what these are really quick. Armadillo. Okay, that's, I won't say each one, just running out of time. This is a really fun game though. I'm Kid Nicky 3. Okay. Some loose games, but now we'll actually get into, those were all Famicom games. Let's get into the Famicom disk system games. Okay, Druid. Right. Of course, got the Mario ones. I put Super Mario No Sweater in a separate place, that's why you don't see it here. Alright. Yoko Shimomura actually composed Samurai Sword. That was one of her early works. I really like her because she worked on the Mario and Luigi games. And Yasunori Mitsuda worked on Mario Party. Okay. Oh yeah. Pengu. Pengu Game Japan, here we go. 3 Hot Rally. F1 Race. There we go. And so that's the Famicom games. Now here's another one. I don't really have an actual case for these, but I do have the Virtual Boy case. These are Virtual Boy games. I have all of them, including Jack Bros, but I have the Japanese version of that. So if we take these out, yeah, these don't actually fit in those Game Boy cases we were looking at earlier. So anyway, here's the Virtual Boy. I think Mario Clash might be my favorite Virtual Boy game, but Virtual Boy Wario Land is also really good. Alright, that's an import. We'll put Bound High over there. Sorry, not an import, that's a repro. So, just various Virtual Boy games. Love the Virtual Boy. Was way ahead of its time. Alright, so now let's see. Let's take a look at NES games. We looked at that. Let's take a look at NES. Got lots of NES games. So let's just do kind of a pan here. This isn't Zelda. This is actually Quattro 4 Quattro Arcade. Tailspin, Kid Icarus. You gotta love the NES. Definitely timeless. Spy Hunters, Frankenstein. Arkista's Ring is actually pretty good. Attitudes. There is Mario. The Mario stuff I think is toward the bottom. Trinity's Silius is great. So does Revenge. Yeah, so see, maybe there's something that you might like to play that you're like, hey, what's that game? I definitely tend to like the stuff that's off the beaten path. Captain Comic. The different colors means that it's an unlicensed game. Felix Cat, Zelda. This one is Exodus. Worm, Journey to the Center of the Earth. Yeah, I bought Worm when it was like $4, and now it's like everyone suddenly woke up and realized it was good. Yeah, so that's the thing. Don't be a trend follower. That's all I can say about video games. Oh, and by the way, that's Famicom Computer Network System. You put it onto the top of your Famicom and you can play stuff. And I do have the Mario, Super Mario Club, I believe it's called, on that. I have that game. We got some more games here. Solstice. Alright. Oh, I should take this out. Little Samson. This is a repro. I don't have the actual Little Samson. And we got Deja Vu, great game. Now let's see. Hopefully the Mario. Okay, here we go. Last but not least, actually best, we got the Mario games. Now, what happened to Dr. Mario? That's weird. Got a little dark there. Anyway, this is the reason to get an NES for sure. These are all the Mario NES games with the PAL World Cup exclusive. Super Mario 1, 2, 3, Donkey Kong, Yoshi, Wrecking Crew. All great games for sure. Best on the system. And that's NES. Really quick, I was mentioning manuals. This is the box I have for all the manuals. I keep them all in here. It's pretty jam-packed. Oh, this is Barcode Battler. Yeah, I do have a Barcode Battler because there are codes for the Barcode Battler 2 Mario ones. Just lots of manuals. Lots of manuals. Manuals galore. Coming out of the seams. Just so many manuals. It's crazy. Even some games that we couldn't fit in there, like Perfect Dark, the Game Boy Camera, WarioWare Twisted, Pokemon Pinball, and, oh, this is Spiritual Warfare? Yeah, that's a Winston Tree game. I don't know, it's kind of goofy. Just like playing everything, keep an open mind. And so that's that. Let's see. Now let's take a look actually at some. You thought those were all the PS1 games. They actually were not. These are the imports I have for PS1 and PS2 just because I have so many. So let's take a look at some of this stuff. Well, I'll try to be brief. So we'll just. Alright. Yeah, I'm pretty hardcore, I would say. Maybe a little too much so. Alright. So these are all Japanese PS1 games. Let's see. False. This is one of the Doraemon games for PS1. For guys, that has Cloud. The Japanese version is much cheaper than the American version. Fighting game. Blazing Blade. Sentimental Graffiti. It's okay. Not super crazy on dating games, but whatever, as long as they're decent. This is a really good game, this one, 10,000 Bullets, also known as Moonlight Shadow, I believe. Really good game. Only came out in Europe and Japan. Armadine, also great. Never hear about this game ever. Alright, and now we get to a bunch of imports. So I don't really have time to pull all of these out, but if you have any questions, just let me know. These are just a bunch of PS2 imports, basically all the good ones. Wait, this one is... Oh yeah, no, it is Japanese. It's just English on the spine. And then, Trap Gunner. High-speed RPG Racing Lagoon. That's actually a Square Enix game. Yeah, maybe I'll make a separate video going over all this stuff because there's just so many games nobody talks about. So, I mean, I definitely love Mario, but I play other stuff sometimes too. Adventures of Robin Lloyd, Sokaigi, I think is. That's a really good game. Panzer Bandit, also excellent. Silent Mobius, that's what that is. Boundary Gate, really fun. Yeah, so just a bunch of various PS2 games. Maybe I'll make a separate video going over imports and stuff. Baby Universe, that is a really weird one. Probably one of the weirdest games ever, if you want to look at weird. Now, so this is all that. Now let's look at PAL PS2 games. So here we got PAL PS2 and some PS1 games. Once I did live in Europe for a time, and I got a fair amount of PAL games. So no one ever talks about PAL, but they had some great games. This is actually an Italian game. Here we got Sword of Etheria. It's a great game. It came out in Europe. Gift, I think this only came out in Europe. French game. And let's see here. PS1, we got Rapid Reload, Arc of Time, The Node, Tennis, and Gun Gauge. Rapid Reload, Gun Gauge are all easy recommends. The rest might be good if you like quirky stuff. Steambot Chronicles and Forbidden Siren 2, those are great. And then we got there just a bunch of other games. Lupin the Third, Glass Rose, Demon Chaos, and then a Garfield game. Let's see. Now, let's just take a look at a system that I don't think gets enough appreciation. The CDI. Yes, you heard me right. I do take the CDI seriously. I don't know why it gets such a bad rap. It's a great system. It's got some bad games for sure, but so do all systems. I think it just didn't know what it was trying to be, and that's why people like to make fun of it, because it was trying to be like a system all in one. But some of these, I mean, these, like, I don't have any actual bad CDI games. Let's just leave it at that. So, Kether, and I'm looking at you, Hotel Mario, and the Zelda games. Those are really funny. Okay. Let's see here. Labyrinth of Crete. This is pretty rare. Pyramid, Episode 1, Treasure of the Lost Pyramid. That's pretty rare. Christmas Country. Alright. World of Boxing. The Apprentice is great. It's got a weird code though, that like, I don't know. But it's a fun platformer. Yeah, they somehow slipped in a code so that you could actually see stuff you weren't supposed to see, and it's rated E, so yeah. Seventh Guest, Surf City, the Hulk Hogan game, Daimo's Quest, Escape from Cyber City. These are all fun games too. Like, I don't know why. I think it's starting to come around, but I don't know why people are not clamoring over the CDI right now. Okay, so this is just the not for resale Zelda's Adventure. My favorite CDI game by far, Hotel Mario. No one can tell me otherwise. Yes, I love the cutscenes. I love everything about it. It's really fun, actually. It's really, really well done. I stand by that. Alien Gate, Chaos Control, Jeopardy, Rip Alex Trebek. And it also has some educational, I guess, quote-unquote games. Here we got not the demonstration. Steel Machine, and Secret Mission. I guess since I used to play a lot of PC games growing up, I appreciate these types of games, even if they're kind of goofy. This is, I think, a repro, because Super Mario's Wacky Worlds wasn't released at retail, but whatever. Also excellent. Flintstones and Jetsons, Time Warp. Who Shot Johnny Rock? Fish TV. Not for resale, Link Faces of Evil. Not for resale, Body Slam. Mystic Midway. And we got Christmas Crisis, Burn Cycle, Effacer. It's like Hangman with like grammar. Lucky Luke, video game. Voyeur, that's a pretty goofy game. Definitely shows its age, but it's funny. I mean, CDI, it's just a really good system. I really like it. These are just a bunch of, these are basically just educational. These aren't really games. Pavarotti, Rembrandt. Zombie Dinos, that is a game. Yep, Cam Clark's in it. That is fun. This is Laser Lords also is a goofy game. I mean, you just kind of, if you go in looking to be entertained, you won't be disappointed with the CDI. So it's hard to find a working system though. Van Gogh. Let's see here. Alice in Wonderland, that's also a good game. Prelude, French. Dutch Masters. Encyclopedia. I wish we had a Mario Encyclopedia, not that I'd need it, but... Okay, so now let's take a look at the Game Gear games. We have some Garfield, Ninja Gaiden, Jurassic Park, Batman Robin, Psychic World, Sylvan Tale. It's a good system. And then we have Neo Geo Pocket Color, some of the best ones, Evolution, Puzzle Link 1 and 2, Biomotor Unitron, Fazile, both Dive Alerts, Dark Arms, Samurai Showdown 2, and that's Neo Geo Pocket Color and my Game Gear collection. Also a few Super Famicom games that I want to go over. Just a handful of random ones. Sparkster's great. Trinea. Sword World. Panel de Pon. Yeah, as you'll soon see with the N64 Unfortunately, they don't have end labels. Gun Hazard. I love Gun Hazard. Front Mission. Front Mission games are great as well. Alright, we got... I'll just show you these. This is a, it's an official repro actually. It's a later release, Unholy Knife, but it's shaped like a Super Famicom game. That's why I have it here. It's a Cotton game. Umihara Kawase. Albert Odyssey 2. Chrono Trigger, of course. Yeah, so lots of fun games on the Super Famicom. And last but most certainly not least, maybe you could be saving some of the best for last, we have the Nintendo 64. So before we get into that, let's actually go over the imports. We're going to look at the N64 imports. So I have, like, you know, Mario no Photopy, those N64 games. So let's take a look at what we have here. So we have Mario. I have Mario Kart 64, the repro, just because it's got some slight differences compared to the other versions. Mario no Photopy, great game. Super Mario 64. This is the Rumble version. Mario 64 non-Rumble. Dairanto Smash Bros. Okay, now we get into some non-Mario stuff. So this is just Sharon the Wanderer J2. Air Borders 64. This is actually a PAL game. Super Bowling, the cheaper alternative to the super expensive American version. This is a Pokemon game. Mega Monsters. Custom Robo. Custom Robo as well. F-Zero X. Use this for the N64DD. And then Roboban. N64 game. Yep. That's imports for N64. Now let's look at North American games. So I actually have a Mario case for these, both of them, and we're going to just take a look. So I'll just show them. You can Bomberman Second Attack, love that game. Combat Verde. Yeah, the N64 is my favorite system, so I have a lot to say about that. I mean, Winback, excellent. Cruisin' World. Nightmare Creatures, Goemon's Great Adventure, 1080. I would normally just show the end labels, but they don't have them, and I like just keeping with what they had originally rather than buying end labels for them. Rampage World Tour, Rare 64, Glover, Rocket, Robot on Wheels, Hey You Pikachu, there's Destiny for Naboo, Wet Tricks, Shadow Man, Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon Puzzle League, gotta love Pokemon, WrestleMania 2000, and then we got Yoshi's Story, Forsaken 64, our Sarge's Heroes, Banjo-Tooie, Mega Man 64, also have Banjo-Kazooie coming up, Aiden Chronicles, Flying Dragon, Castlevania Legacy of Darkness. I do like the Castlevania 64 games. Star Soldier, Quest 64, Mischief Makers, F-Zero X, Castlevania, Jet Force Gemini, Resident Evil 2, Dark Rift, Mission Impossible, Rush 2049, Pokemon Snap, Pilowing 64, Toy Story 2, Hybrid Heaven, and now we're getting to the Mario stuff. Mario stuff I put in here. So anyway, first we got Zelda, Mystical Ninja starring Goemon, Blast Core, Body Harvest, Harvest Moon 64, Banjo-Kazooie. Oh, it looks like we have two Ocarina of Time. Chameleon Twist 2, Chameleon Twist 1. I love these games. They were totally unknown, and now people start to know about them. Hopefully, people are starting to come around. Donkey Kong 64. I do love Donkey Kong 64. Fight me. Blues Brothers 2000, Bomberman Hero, Kirby 64, Star Fox 64, GoldenEye 007, classics. Bomberman 64. And the pièce de résistance. Well, wait, not yet. Wipeout 64, pièce de résistance. Super Mario 64. Mario Kart 64. Mario Party. Mario Party 2. Mario Party 3. Mario Golf. Paper Mario. Mario Tennis. Okay, Dr. Mario 64. Super Smash Brothers. And that is my collection. So, that's my game collection. I also have repros. We could maybe look at those later if you're interested. But that's the Mario games and just games in general. So hope that you enjoyed. Hope that maybe you found something that you were interested in, and that I don't know, maybe it gave you a new perspective on these games. So thank you for watching, and I hope you have a super day. Ciao. Bye bye.